斯卡影后，一段影坛传奇。
What was your most difficult challenge in your life?
It was surviving a very public divorce.
妮可基德曼这个从婚变的低谷中走出，并让世人刮目相看的好莱坞影后，到底是什么样的个性禀赋，让她在逆境中取得成功？又是什么样的人生信念支持着她20年的演艺生涯？本期节目，潘杰克将与妮可基德曼面对面，带您走进她的精彩人生。
观众朋友们，你们好，这里是世界名人访谈节目2121，我是潘杰克。我现在美国洛杉矶好莱坞，专门采访世界著名电影明星、奥斯卡金像奖最佳女主角得主妮可基德曼。Okay, Nicole, how would you like me to address you? Nicole or Miss Kidman?
Nicole.
Nicole.
Yeah.
Call me Jack.
Okay, Jack.
Or you call me in Chinese, 杰克。
I learned how to say something in Chinese.
Say it.
你们好.
Wow, that's very good. That's very good. 你们好.
Means how are you, everybody?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Isn't that right?
That's good. That's good. We are here for almost 1 week, just waiting for this interview. Be honest. I swear to God. Yeah,
Wow.
It's true.
Then it better be good, huh? It better be.
Okay, Nicole. We are here in your shooting location. So, what is the movie you are now working on?
I'm working on a film called Bewitched, which is based on an old TV series, American TV series, about a witch.
About witch.
She can do magic.
The witch.
She's a good witch.
Okay, good witch.
She's actually a person that comes to Earth, and she can do magic, and she decides she actually wants to be a mortal and fall in love with a mortal.
So in this movie, who choose whom? For instance, the director asks you, or you ask the director?
It was the director asked me to do it. Yeah.
Okay. How do you usually choose your roles?
Just through, really through my instinct. I never like to do the same thing twice. And so I'm always looking for something new, and I'm always, I get bored easily. So I'm always looking for something that excites me. And I also like to do something where I get to learn. So the film I just did before this, I got to learn Spanish for that, and French, and also how to play the flute. So they're the things that sort of draw me to a role.
It's so special.
But I'm pretty nice.
Core values.
#1 focus. 21st century.
I will be back. Everybody. Thank you so very much.
Okay. Didn't put out envelopes.
Motorola A668。大气天长，别克荣誉。
妮可基德曼在2001年遭遇婚变打击，而她的演艺事业却一飞冲天。她在多部影片中的出色表演，终于让她打破了过去的花瓶形象，开始朝着实力派演员发展。2003年，妮可在电影《时时刻刻》中惟妙惟肖地扮演了英国作家 维吉尼亚·伍尔夫，从而继她2001年的影片《红磨坊》之后，再一次摘得奥斯卡最佳女演员的殊荣。
Mrs. Dalloway.
You won the Best Actress for your role in The Hours. And in your opinion, was this the best performance in your career?
I mean, I actually never really see my movies.
Really?
Yeah, because I love making them,
Okay.
but I'm not so interested in seeing them.
But
I like other people to see them.
But what makes you continue to make movies if you don't even see them? What
No,
is the
sometimes I
satisfaction?
see them. I mean, I saw a movie that I did called Moulin Rouge. I saw Cold Mountain. It's the actual process. It's the making of it. It's the being able
Okay.
to step into a character
Okay.
and become somebody else. That's what I find intriguing. And as in the case with The Hours, I got to play this wonderful writer, Virginia Woolf,
Okay.
who's an extraordinary
Right.
woman and writer.
Right.
And
A little bit weird.
obviously, yeah,
Right.
a little bit weird, but when you play somebody like that, you obviously don't make the judgment on them that they are weird.
This is an aspect of your illness, not you.
It is my voice.
It's not your
It's
voice.
mine and mine
The
alone.
voice that you hear.
It is not. It is mine. I'm dying in this town.
What was your favorite movie you made so far?
I suppose
be, right?
Moulin Rouge,
Okay.
the musical.
Why was it you consider that was the best one?
It wasn't so much that it was the best one, it was more that it was the most challenging because I had to sing and I had to dance, and that was something that I'd never thought I was going to do.
Okay.
So it was the director taking a huge chance and casting me and saying, I believe you can do it, and me saying, well, I don't think I can.
Okay.
And he convinced me that I would be able to, and that, I think that's what was so exciting about it, and then for it to be such a huge success.
Okay.
红磨坊可以说是妮可基德曼演艺生涯中的一个重要里程碑。这是她与前夫好莱坞著名影星汤姆·克鲁斯离异后接拍的第一部影片。妮可在该片中充分发挥了她歌、舞、演兼备的才能，以令人无法抵挡的魅力，一举夺得当年奥斯卡金像奖影后的桂冠。
Listen to my heart, can you hear it sing? Come back to me and forgive everything. Seasons may change, winter to spring.
其实，妮可基德曼的银幕生涯早在1983年就已经开始了。这个来自澳大利亚的女影星，到底是怎样走上这条演艺之路，走进好莱坞的呢？
You began your acting career very young. So what influenced you for your choice of career?
I think when you're an actor, it's almost like it's in your blood. It's almost like as much as you try to say, I don't want to do this, I wish I could do something that was less, I suppose, exposed. But in a strange way, you're just drawn to it and you can't get away from it. And I do believe that. I believe that with a lot of the arts and a lot of people. I mean, most people, when they have the right, when they've found the right path for themselves, you can't deviate off it in a strange way. It's strange because it's not in my family. I mean, my father's a doctor, my mother's a book editor. There's no sign of of an actor in any of the generations.
But did they encourage you?
I think they would have preferred me to be a doctor.
Oh, really?
I mean, you have to have a certain amount of resilience, and they think that I'm too sensitive for the for it, you know, because I get hurt easily and I get scared and all of those things, and to be, I suppose they would have preferred me to be slightly more protected.
Did anyone discourage you at that time?
Not actually discourage, but you know, try to say, well, there's better things to do. There's things that you will probably be happier with as a lifelong kind of adventure. But I didn't listen.
You don't listen.
I try to listen more now, but I can be a little willful.
You don't listen. People surround you. So what about the people who you work with say about you if you don't listen to them?
Oh no! When I listen to my director, I mean,
only
almost
directors.
Like I'm devoted. Well, no, and I have close friends that I listen to. But in terms of, I do believe, and I suppose it comes back to, if you're meant for certain things, there's certain things that no matter what people say, no matter what you do, no matter how much you try to get away from something, it's almost like the laws of nature. You can't sort of go against them.
Everybody on this set really enjoys working with Nicole. She's not only a lot of fun and pleasant to be around, but she's incredibly professional and dedicated to her role, whatever that requirements of that role. She is spectacularly beautiful, unbelievably talented, funny, charming. She's got it all.
So tell us, Nicole, what kind of the personality do you think you have? Tell us.
I don't know. I mean, I think I used to be very, very shy as a child.
It's hard to believe.
Huh?
Well, it's hard
I
to
think a
believe.
lot of actors,
Right,
but
okay.
I was very shy as a child, to the point where I just wouldn't speak, really. And that's why my parents kind of put me into drama school to try to bring me out of my shell. And so slowly that kind of, and I think still the safest you feel is when you're inhabiting another role.
But which part of your personality contributed to your success? Tell me, Jack, this is too philosophy, forget about it. Let's talk about something else.
No, it's interesting.
Okay.
Because it is, I mean, a lot of people, when they're very successful, you say, gosh, how did it happen? I think a lot of the time, I mean, for me, I'm not quite sure. I actually would say there was so much luck involved. I would love to say that I was responsible, but I really don't feel that. I mean, I think there's a certain amount of dedication and appreciation you have, and your ability to devote yourself to what you do is really important. But I also think so much of it is the right it goes back to what I say, whether suddenly for whatever reason you were in the room and you met this person and suddenly they were making this decision at this time. I mean, so much of it is luck.
Have you ever been to China?
No, but I'm coming. I'm going to do a film in Shanghai.
For what movie?
It's a film with Wong Kar-wai.
Wang Jiawei.
Wang Jiawei.
Wang Jiawei.
Jiawei.
That's good. That's closer.
Hello Moto， 写情写意，自由人生。Motorola A668。滴水之力可以穿石，坚持，积累，终成澎湃之势。纪念、思考、联想20年。
But I'm pretty nice.
Core values.
#1 focus, 21st century.
I will be back. Everybody. Thank you so very much.
Didn't put out evidence of one.
像素决定清晰度，体验康佳 DSP 207万像素，康佳高清数字电视。
It is Conca.
首届中国婚博会暨北京结婚展，一个引领新世纪中国婚庆时尚的盛会。2005年2月25日至27日，相约北京展览馆。
Have you ever dated any Asian man?
I haven't actually. No. No.
What about Chinese?
No, because I don't really meet them.
Okay, so you will have opportunity.
Yeah. Who knows?
Okay.
Maybe I'll meet my husband in Shanghai.
Oh, wonderful. Excellent.
You never know.
Okay, so who was your biggest movie idol when you were young?
I used to watch, obviously, Meryl Streep, who I've talked about, who I worked with. She was one of the sort of shining stars in terms of an actor, a mother, a really, really smart woman who was still able to balance her life in a way. And you don't know that much about her, yet she's done some of the most extraordinary performances of all time.
Okay.
So that would be. And then from long, long time ago, I would say I loved Katharine Hepburn. I loved Audrey Hepburn. I have so much admiration for the musical stars like Rita Hayworth and Marilyn Monroe and all of those women.
There is a river called the River of No Return. Sometimes it's peaceful and sometimes wild and free.
But now you are an international superstar. Whom do
Wow,
you
I'm-
still admire?
Who do I still admire? Meryl is still very much, and she's now a friend of mine, so she has. I'm very good friends with Lauren Bacall now, who I made 2 films with and who has sort of stepped into a very maternal role with me, which has been nice. I mean, these women are women who have managed to navigate their way through, you know, a difficult life and industry and still have their integrity.
1990年，妮可基德曼被著名好莱坞男影星汤姆·克鲁斯邀请，担任《雷鸣的日子》的女主角。在片场，两人擦出了爱的火花，并于同年12月闪电结婚。此后，夫妇俩在收养了2个孩子的同时，又共同拍摄过多部影片。但是，妮可的演艺事业却一直在丈夫的盛名之下没有什么进步。像很多年轻的女性一样，妮可基德曼在感情中渐渐变得依赖而脆弱，直到2000年，汤姆移情西班牙女星佩内罗普·克吕茨。这突如其来的婚变打击，让妮可基德曼下定决心在事业中寻回自我。
We still have to ask you this. What was your most difficult challenge in your life so far?
It was surviving a very public divorce and feeling devastated and like I would never ever recover, and still being responsible for 2 children and having to sort of move through that, you know.
Okay. By having the experience what you already have, what kind of husband would be perfect? Describe to our Chinese audience. If you have to choose one.
Now I don't know. I mean, I certainly haven't met him yet.
Or are you seeing anyone now? No, be honest. You said you want to be honest. No?
No, I'm not.
Not
But
seeing
I'm
anyone.
very, I
Right.
have 2 children. I have a
Right.
10-year-old and a 12-year-old. And, you know, I'm open to meeting someone, but
Right,
I'm
right.
also very kind of still, I don't know, I feel like when it's...
Have you ever dated any Asian man?
I haven't actually, no.
No?
No.
What about Chinese?
No, because I don't really meet them.
Okay, so you will have opportunity.
Yeah, who knows?
Okay.
Maybe I'll meet my husband in Shanghai.
Oh, wonderful. Excellent.
You never know.
Okay, so, so what would be the thing that you want to talk to our Chinese audience?
What do you mean?
You want to say something to the Chinese audience. We give you this opportunity. Tell your ideas, your feelings, your...
No, you can't do that to me. I don't know. That's too...
No? No?
No.
Okay.
Now I go red.
Oh, okay.
You're
okay.
fun.
Wow. Thank you. Oh, thank you. So, have you ever been to China?
No, but
Never.
I'm coming.
Yeah, we heard
I'm going to
that.
do a film in Shanghai.
You have any Chinese fans that contact you and saying, "We love you, Nicole." Did you ever get any Chinese fans?
No, but I have a lot of friends who are Chinese. I actually have a friend who will come with me,
Oh, really?
and she will come when I go to Shanghai because then she'll be able to, she'll be able to speak for me and show me around. And yeah, she's great. But I have my mother had two very, very close friends in Australia who were both Chinese, so I grew up with some awareness of the culture and just the people.
If we ask you to think about China now, what comes to your mind?
I suppose it's more not one particular thing. I mean, there's a fascination. It's more like it's a mystery for me.
Okay.
And part of the joy of being an actor is that you get to go and you get to explore the world, and the world is not a sort of a place that's unavailable to you. It's actually a place that you can go and see.
Okay.
And so that's why I did a film in Sweden. I do films in England. I do films all over the world, Italy, because I love that you're an international actor, that you're not just associated with one country.
You mentioned you're going to China. So when would that be?
I think Wong Kar-wai was saying June, I think.
In June?
Yeah.
We heard it was February or something, was
Yeah,
not?
no, because I think he's going to take longer to do it. We're going to shoot part of it in Russia and part of it in Shanghai.
For what movie?
It's a film with Wong Kar-wai.
Wang Jiawei.
Wang Jiawei.
Wang Jiawei.
Wang Jiawei.
That's good. That's closer.
奥斯卡影后妮可基德曼将出演香港著名导演王家卫的新片，这大概会成为中国观众在2005年最期待的一部电影之一。妮可曾表示，对王家卫新奇的即兴拍摄的电影风格非常感兴趣，他愿意为王家卫的又一部没有剧本的新影片每天工作16个小时。
How did you get to know him?
I saw some of his films and I asked to meet him, and I think he's extraordinarily talented, and I've always wanted to make a film with a Chinese director or with a, I suppose with a different view of the world. And I've never ever obviously been to China, so that was kind of, I was seeking that out. Yeah.
So you were seeking him, actually.
Well, no, we both kind of had a mutual friend who said, oh, you two would work together really well.
I see.
And that's when I went, I've seen In the Mood for Love.
So was it the case that he convinced you, tried so hard?
No, it was more just because I very much believe,
Okay.
I believe things happen when they're meant to happen, and I believe things, certain people work together and find each other when they're meant to.
Did you ever watch his movie?
In the Mood for Love is my favorite.
You were going to work together for a movie called The Lady from Shanghai. Something like that?
Really? I don't know. Maybe.
You never know.
I think with him, it's very much about stepping over and allowing yourself to enter into his world, and that's the way in which he works. I think it's a very unstructured way of working.
What kind of challenges do you think you will have for this movie, working with a Chinese director?
Well, obviously there'll be, in terms of language difficulties, but I worked with a Spanish director, Alejandro Amenabar, who's a wonderful, wonderful director, and he didn't speak English. So when I worked with him, he spoke minimal English, and strangely enough, you work out a way to understand each other without a lot of dialogue. So,
Really?
yeah.
How could that be?
You can't even explain it. It just happens. It happens very if you are bonded, if you're able to understand each other, then it can actually be quite unusual and quite magical.
Give me one example. How could we understand if we don't communicate orally and you still understand each other?
How do you give an example of that? I mean, that is something that you just, there isn't a way to give an example of it. It's a feeling, so.
Okay.
It's more about trust, I suppose, trusting somebody.
You are such a successful actress in the world. But if there's one role or performance you regret most, what would that be?
Oh, I don't think you talk about your regrets. I think you talk about the things that you
need to improve.
aim towards. I think that's like, I mean, maybe privately, but in terms of actually sort of sitting there and my dad has a very good expression. He says, never complain and never explain.
She's so recognizable. You feel like she's a friend.
I think she really, really impressed me with Moulin Rouge. It's a very difficult role to play. She did a lot of singing and dancing and acting, and she kind of surprised me. I didn't know she could do. She's so multi-talented.
Never complain and never explain.
Oh, never explain.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it?
Thank you so very much.
Thank
I
you.
really thank you so very much. You're very David, where are we now in the fight against AIDS?
90% of the patients, HIV patients, live in areas where such good therapies are not available.
Many people believe that problems in the world can be solved through science.
Science is a double-edged sword. It could be used to benefit mankind, or it could be used to hurt one another.
Do you think that AIDS will be eliminated in the next 10 years? So special.
But I'm pretty nice.
Core values.
#1 focus.
21st century.
I will be back. Everybody. Thank you so very much.
Didn't put out evidence of one.
我说各位，我们得好好谈谈。
哎，老兄，怎么了？
怎么了？你们看这是怎么了？
是这样的，我们用了比第1集更先进的动画技术。
哦，抱歉，我实在不懂，头发变少也是先进。
因为这很真实。
是啊，我想
这有点真实过头了，快给我搞定它。
好吧，可以理解。
我简直像 Shrek 一样难看，太影响形象了。Hello， 把我的头发
采用绘谱技术，梦工厂将史莱克2的动画水准带向一个更逼真的全新境界。HP Invent。
像素决定清晰度。体验康佳 DSP 207万像素，康佳高清数字电视。
It is Conca。
每一个幸福的时刻，乐凯都在我手中。2008，我们准备好了，乐凯胶卷。
Dunque fuggisti i suoi